What is going on, everyone? I have 2 questions here for you, Sixers fans. And question number 1, what did you think of this season? How do you feel now that the season is over? Would you put it in the it was successful category? Or would you say it was a complete failure? And question number 2, did Elton Brand move too quickly when it comes to the process? Did he make moves prematurely? And we'll dissect these one by one. Let's start with the first one. Was this season a success or a failure? Originally, you asked me that question and I play the middle. But that's not fun. That's not how this is supposed to be. You need to choose one. And my answer right away here is it was a mini success. So I put it on the successful side, but it was a mini success. I can't say it was a failure. Losing in the first round would be a failure. It wasn't a failure. I hate the narrative that you need to get to a specific round or you busted. That's not true because there's more to it than that. If you know sports, if you've watched sports for a long time, you should know that it doesn't just happen overnight and there is a journey involved on becoming a champion. Okay, I know people don't want to think that way. I know people think that's soft, but that's reality. That's reality. So I hate that you need to get to the Eastern Conference Finals or it's a bust. Well, how much closer could we have gotten? How much closer could we have gotten? So I can't put it as a failure. And I say it's just a minor success because my only takeaways was experience. And we didn't get out of the second round. If we were to get to the third round, I would have said yes, success. Conference finals, success. Because you gain more experience. But we only gained a limited amount of experience facing Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors. So that's why I say it was just a minor success. Now, I'm only going to pull the youth card with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid for only such a limited amount of time here. I gave them this year because Ben Simmons is 22, Joel Embiid is 25, and this is their second ever playoff run for real. But at some point here, the card is going to stop, and youth is going to not be a factor anymore with these two. But to demand a championship with that age, it is a little ridiculous. So, what I take away when it comes to the experiences, I think for Joel Embiid, the body is big. Taking care of the body. Not just on the court, the knee issue, but what he eats off the court, staying in shape. I think he learned a lot. Now, the dude played 45 minutes in Game 7. Would we have ever expected Joel Embiid to play 45 minutes ever in a game? And he did that with the bang knee, with the tendonitis, if that's what it really is, with the sickness still going around. He played 45 minutes. I think one thing he learned here was, okay, I need to take care of my body more. And also, he realized, oh, Gasol can do some damage to me. And the heartbreak. You saw him crying. Those are the experiences that I think Joel Embiid needs to take out of this. Well, how can he be more productive in the low block? How can he be more productive when there's a guy like Marc Gasol banging bodies with me? How can I do that? When is the right time to bang the body and when's the right time with finesse footwork in the paint? When's the right opportunity to shoot threes? That's where I think Joel Embiid will take away the most. As for Ben Simmons, he defended Kawhi Leonard. He defended Kawhi Leonard for 7 games. You're telling me he didn't learn anything? And not just on the defensive side, but watching Kawhi Leonard. He's legit. He's a legit superstar who wins games, who carries teams. He's a legitimate superstar. They watched that firsthand. Ben Simmons watched that firsthand. Later on down the road, when the Sixers are in the playoffs, they can say, oh, okay, remember when Kawhi Leonard did this to me? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring my team to the next level. So when it comes to experiences, that's where I say it is a minor success. And same for Brett Brown. Brett Brown had more experience. He made adjustments this round. Don't act like he didn't. He made adjustments. There were opportunities for us to take it, and we didn't, but that doesn't mean he didn't grow as a coach. So that's where I see it. So let's move on to the Elton Brand thing. Did he move too quickly? In my personal opinion, no. But here's the argument. Well, if you're saying Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons both aren't ready yet, why would you pursue Jimmy Butler? Why would you go after Tobias Harris? Why would you trade a 2021 unprotected first-round pick? Why would you trade Landry Shamet if your players aren't ready yet? Well, this adds. You learn more with a more ready team, if you will. Because this team had more of a legit chance to make noise, you learn more from that. And I'm okay with a GM being aggressive. I'd rather Elton Brand be aggressive than us living with Robert Covington, Dario Saric, and not pulling moves and just sitting back. Be aggressive. Make some noise. And realistically, that answer can't be fully, or that question can't be fully answered until we know who resigns and all, which I get that. That's fair. But right now, sitting here on May 15th, you asked me the question, and I don't think he pulled the trigger too early. I like what he did. I think that there's value in that. I believe this team came out of this season with positives. It's tough to see it. Everyone's upset. The finals are bust, people, which is absolutely ridiculous. But there were positives coming out of this for the long run. And that's why I will say that it was more on the successful side. But I want to know your thoughts down below in the comment section on this, on both questions. Did Elton Brand speed up the process too quickly? So, I hate that the fans, when it comes to Elton Brand and the moves, are now screaming, "Oh, that was stupid, why would you do that?" after the fact. Well, that's easy to do. Once you know the answer, that's easy to do. It's about in the moment. Go back to in the moment. Did you like it then? Was it the right move then? Whether it works out or not, was it the right move then? And in both situations, yes. Yes, they were. The people saying Jimmy Butler's not worth it, he's a locker room cancer. No, he's not. No, he's not. And they're the same fans that want to re-sign him after they saw what he could do in the playoffs. For Tobias Harris, is he a little underwhelming compared to what we thought? Maybe. But once again, I would do both of those over in a heartbeat. It's about being aggressive. It's about having an aggressive GM. And whether they stay or not, we still have an opportunity. Free agents want you to come here. Brett Brown has been talking about it in the media. This is now a destination. People want to come here and win a championship. And what goes hand in hand with that? An aggressive general manager. So I like what Elton Brand has done. Whether some stay, whether Jimmy stays, Tobias leaves, whether Tobias stays, Jimmy leaves, whether we get new pieces that no one would ever expect, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, I'm just spitballing, Chris Middleton, whatever the case may be. I'll live and die with what Elton Brand did this season. And I think that because he made the moves that he did, those experiences that I talked about with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, they happened because of those moves. Because who knows where this team would have went with Dario Saric and Robert Covington. Don't tell me the moves weren't worth it because we still lost in the second round anyway. That is such nonsense. That's such silly logic. And I am a little bit embarrassed for some opinions that I hear throughout the day. I really am. I'm not being soft for saying that you need to grow into a championship team. I'm using logic. I'm using experiences that I've seen throughout teams in this league. I'm using what I've seen in the past. Unless you have LeBron James on your team, there's going to be growing pains, and this is one of them. And I want them to feel it. I want them to feel this pain. I want Joel Embiid to be thinking about that shot over him by Kawhi Leonard every single time he's in the gym. And once again, I'm only giving this Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid combo a limited amount of time until the whole they're too young is over. Ben Simmons, I spoke about this. Ben Simmons needs to have something. Needs to have some sort of jumper. I'm not saying the guy needs to take 17 jump shots a game and start nailing every single one of them, but he needs to legitimately have a jump shot. And he will be playing in the FIBA tournament with Australia. So we'll see how that goes. And people are saying, well, maybe he'll take jump shots then. I really don't believe it until I see it. So that's where I am here. I want to hear everyone's opinions on this. It should be interesting to read the comments Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.